everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today's reading is not a pick a card, it is just a single reading, but I was kind of called to do a reading with messages from past unloved ones. So my hope is that if you were drawn to this video that you will get some messages that are meant for you. There will be some general messages, of course, from spirit guides, from spirit in general. And then whatever comes through from loved ones on the other side. Some of the loved ones, I just know from past experience, they come through with messages that can be relevant to many people watching. So they're kind of the voice of a group. And I feel like that helps everybody. So if you don't get a specific validation of someone that you love that's on the other side, then hopefully you at least get messages that you recognize are meant for you. So, all right. I'm going to start with some tarot cards and see what we have going on here. All right, we have the Lovers reversed, the Emperor reversed, the World, and the Seven of Pentacles. I'm going to pull one more card to act as an advice card. And we have the Four of Pentacles. And we're going to pull a Wisdom of the Oracle card just to sort of crown our reading. And your card is card number 49, Observer. And we'll talk about what that card means, and I'll actually read from the book on that. They like me to read out of the book on this particular deck. I don't do it on any others, but for this deck they do. So, all right, give me just a second. I want to kind of take all this in and see if I get any initial messages for you. And then we'll talk about what's going on here. Okay, they're giving me the name Carol. So obviously everyone here is not going to be named Carol or is going to know someone in spirit by the name of Carol, but that is a name that just came through. And they're saying husband. So I'm not sure the connection. It could be a husband whose name is Carol as a male name, or someone Carol who has a husband in spirit, or vice versa. They're saying they have a message for you, but let me talk about the cards first, and then can we come back to that? Okay. All right, they're saying with the cards, and I promise for the message, whoever this Carol husband message is for, I will come back to that. But with the cards, what they're saying is there's a message here of letting go of what you thought was going to happen with a situation. Things did not go as planned, And you started to think, or you are thinking, that things are wrong, that something has gone wrong, or that you've made a mistake. They're saying you haven't made a mistake. It's just a change in plans. They're saying, we know what we're doing. Trust us. And they're clearly giving me this Four of Pentacles advice card. Hang on. Hang on. Don't let go. Hang on. It's important that you stay. Stay true to yourself, they're saying. And stay where you are right now. Don't veer off course. Stay on course, is what they mean. Even though it feels rocky, something about it doesn't feel right to you, it feels like something has gone wrong. They're saying nothing has gone wrong, it's just changed. So you need to just change your perspective about it. All right, they're wanting me to go back to this Carol message. So let me see what I get. They're saying this is a Carol in spirit. So I hope that clarifies for you. Okay, what's your message? They're saying something about caring for someone, taking care of someone, caretaking. And they're saying you were there. You were taking care of someone who has since passed on. It may or may not be this person. This person is bringing the message. And this person is either Carol or they're speaking for Carol. I don't know. I feel like they're speaking for Carol, but I take what resonates there, please. But they're talking about you took care of this person. You cared for them in their final days, in their final moments even. And they're so grateful. All right, hold on one second. I just want to make sure. All right, just to, I'm trying to make clear whether it's what I heard was Carol or caring. And now that the message is coming through, it feels more like they're saying caring for someone who is in spirit. Now, if Carol is right, please let me know in the messages, but I feel like they're correcting me gently. They're saying you've got it right, but it's not the name. It's the message. It's a message of caring for someone. You were there in their final hours. Okay. Sorry, I'm breaking up here. They're saying you watched them sleep. And then you let them go. Wow. Sorry, y'all. It's a lot of emotion coming through. They're very grateful. They're saying you were very kind. And very patient. And there's nothing this person wouldn't do for you. And now they're in a position to do things for you. So let them. They're playing with this situation, tweaking things. And this isn't just for this person who got this message. This is for everyone who is resonating with these cards, with this reading. Your loved ones in spirit, your spirit guides, are manipulating events, moving things around. And so things to you seem out of whack. They're saying seem uncontrolled. Like you don't know what's going on. You don't know if things are on the right track or they're not. And maybe there's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of things you don't understand, or things that have been left hanging. They're saying that's them just doing their job. It takes time, and while they move the pieces, it may feel to you like things are falling apart or things are not working out the way they were supposed to. And they want you to forget about the supposed to, about what you thought, was going to happen, or everything is right on track. Behind the scenes, you just don't see what they see, and you don't see what they're doing to put all those pieces like a puzzle. And they're saying the puzzle is almost done. We're down to the hard part right now, like getting those final pieces in place, but it's almost done. So hang in there. All right, let's talk about the cards. So we have the Lovers in reverse. What they're saying is this is a message of breaking away from something. You're making a change, a big change in your life. It could be a separation from a loved one. It could be a change of jobs. It could be moving. But it's a big change that right now feels more like you're leaving something than going towards something. They're like showing me like two strips of Velcro and like pulling them apart. And there's this tendency to want to, Velcro wants to stick together, wants to stay. And as it peels apart, there's some tension there. So you might be like feeling some tension about this change. But it's meant to happen. So just continue to go with it. You'll find your way. It'll be shown to you. And they're working on that. So don't worry. You're not off track. This is not a lesson, to teach you, that you did something wrong, or not a punishment. There is nothing wrong. Everything is going just as planned. And you're doing great. And then we have the Emperor reversed. They're saying there's part of you that wants to be your own boss, or maybe you are your own boss. But for the moment, you need to let that go a little bit. Maybe not forever, but right now, they're saying you need to let someone else be the boss. Let someone else take charge. Let someone else rule the game. It's good for you to be in that second seat right now, because it's teaching you a couple of things. It's teaching you humility. Maybe you're used to being kind of doing your own thing, being your own boss, kind of being in charge of your own life or your own situation at work, maybe. And this isn't necessarily a work situation, but I feel like it is, more than not, for most of you anyway. But it's teaching you humility. It's also teaching you to be a better boss, to understand your employees, whether you have them now or you will in the future. It's teaching you this role from a different perspective as you step back and let someone else play that role, and you be humble in that second position. You're learning more than you realize, and it's good for you. It's not, they're saying it's not a lesson, it's experience that will help you. What I'm seeing is they're taking their hat off to you. And I'm actually seeing somebody with a top hat. And so I don't know if there's somebody that you know in spirit who wore top hats, or maybe they were a magician, or I don't know who, or maybe it was from long ago that they wore top hats, or it's just their way of saying, like, we're taking our hat off to you. Like, we're proud of you. That's the feeling I get. But what I'm seeing is a top hat. So some of you may resonate with that specifically. And now they're actually showing me the top hat and a man, I'm assuming, but maybe not, but wearing a tuxedo with tails and a top hat. So maybe that means something to you. All right, I just got like this screaming message of like maybe 3 people, maybe 4, 2, 3, 4 people, very loud, just like they wanted to just be heard over the crowd, just like, we love you, like so loud, like I would scream it, but then it would blow your speakers probably. So, but that's how I'm hearing it in my head, is just like almost like when like you're at a concert, or you're at a, I don't know, like I'm picturing like a royal parade for the, royal wedding or something, and the crowd is on the side and they're screaming to that person saying, we love you, we love you. Like that's what it's like they wanted to be heard. It feels very joyful. Like they're really, really happy that you're here, and that you're listening to this message, and that they have a chance to just, in a small way, just connect with you in whatever way they can. So then we have this World card. Everything's changing. Things are coming to an end, and something new is going to begin. And everything, it's like culminating in a good way. And they're saying you're about to rise up, rise above. It's a new status for you, a new level for you. You're leveling up in whatever you're doing. The old you, that cycle is closing out. That version of you, it's no longer you, and it's sort of, I'm losing my words here. It's a cycle that you've completed. And so you're moving into a new cycle, but this new cycle is a level up. And they're wanting me to show you just a close-up of this card and just how happy this woman looks. Just how happy she is. And they're saying, like, that's how happy you should be. That's how happy you will be. And that's how happy we are for you. Oh, okay. They're also wanting me to point out the rainbow on her skirt. They're saying there's somebody on the other side who speaks to you, who, they're saying, claims you. But they are LGBTQ oriented or were when they were here. And they're saying they claim you. They're by your side. They've chosen to be with you. And they want you to know that. And it makes them happy to be that person for you. Almost like a chosen spirit guide, a loved one who has chosen to be there for you as their job. But it's more than a job. It's love. It's a passion project. And they're grateful that they get to do this with you, be with you along your path. So you may or may not realize that this person is by your side as you are going through this journey, but they are. Anything else you want to say about that? All right. They're showing me something about squeezing your cheeks. So if that means something to you, kind of like, to me, it's something like a grandparent or something somebody would do, but they're just showing somebody like squeezing your cheeks, like, I don't know why. Maybe that's something that somebody used to do when they were alive. They're saying it's a message of love. That's what it is. They're saying we still see you in the same way that we always did. That's a good thing. Even though you've grown and evolved and changed and grown older, they still see you that same way. So maybe this is someone who knew you when you were a child. They know that you have grown and changed, and they're proud of you, but they still see you as that young person, that same person that they knew. So take that as a message from someone, for someone. All right, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Patience, 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 patience. Things are growing. The seeds are planted. Things are starting to come out of the ground. Things are starting to blossom. It's going to take a little more time. Not a lot, they're saying. Not a lot more time. But it does require your patience, and don't get frustrated while they move the pieces around. Like, things may feel uncomfortable right now. You may feel like a fish out of water. You may feel like you don't know what you're doing, or that you're not making the right impression on people, or that you're not doing the right things. They're saying none of that matters. None of that matters. We're just allow the pieces to be moved and put into place. And when they do, everything will be clear. And you will be seen for who you are and what you do in the best possible light. So hang on, hang on, hang on. Don't let go. Oh, okay. Somebody's wanting me to point out on this card, the jewelry. Specifically the bracelets around her hand. They're saying there's a box, or there was a box of jewelry with bracelets. Lots of bracelets. They're saying there were bracelets you used to play with as a child. Like play dress up someone. And it was fun. And they loved watching you do that. They're saying, I don't know if I understand this, but they're saying now they see you do it with someone else. So maybe you like to get all dressed up and put jewelry on and just enjoy like being all decked out. And it's not necessarily for them, obviously, anymore, but it's for whoever's in your life now. You'd like to put jewelry on, get decorated, get beautiful. And they still love to watch you. They still love to watch you do it. It makes them happy. It makes them happy to see you happy. But they love watching that. It brings that memory back. Gosh, the emotions they are bringing through are so powerful. I think this is why this is not a pick a card, because they're coming through so strong. And I'll do more of these, but it feels like they're getting it in one. All right, I'm going to read this message for the observer. They're saying they want me to read the prosperity and the relationship message. Okay, so I'm going to read both. Okay, so this is observer. The relationship message says this. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. And then the prosperity message says, it is an advantageous time for you to get some distance from what you're doing and see your work and your projects from a different perspective. The trick is to connect to the essence of your goals and aspirations while letting the form and timing be dictated by spirit. You may be too personally attached to an outcome and unable to see the miracle because it's not turning out exactly as you planned. Trust spirit. The perfect version of your abundance is right in front of you. Remain neutral and curious and watch the miracle unfold. I mean, that's exactly the message they gave me in the beginning, was let go of how you thought things were supposed to go. Let go of the outcome. Let go of your attachment to the outcome. You can't see it all right now, but you don't need to. I know it's frustrating to not be able to, but you don't need to. You just need to trust. All right, I've got one more message for you. Or one more card, I should say. This is Postcards from Spirit. All right, somebody's saying jingle bells, and they have a Santa hat on. Now, granted, right now when I'm recording this, we're in November, and the holidays are coming up if you celebrate Christmas. But you may be watching this, who knows, could be the middle of summer. But somebody in spirit loved Christmas, and they're actually showing me, it's not just the song Jingle Bells, but it's like bells in their hand that they're shaking. So maybe they used to do some kind of performance or played the bells or something along those lines. They're saying Christmas is a beautiful time, whether you celebrate or not. It's a beautiful time of year when people are nicer to each other than they are almost any other time. And they're just saying, remember that feeling. So whenever you're watching this, it doesn't matter. It could be March. Think about how it feels on Christmas Eve, or if you celebrate something else, those holidays when family gets together or friends get together and you just are enjoying each other's company and just loving on each other. You're kinder to coworkers. You're kinder to friends. It's just a spirit of joy. And they're just saying, remember that. Carry that with you. This person who's bringing the message through, and I feel like the message is really for all of us, but the person who's bringing it through, I feel, was a very happy soul. They loved Christmas, but they were one of those joyful, like, presences that, like, always, like, you just felt joy when they were around. And they just winked at me, so I must have got that right. All right. Let's get this final card for you. I'm going to hold it up close in case you want to just take a screenshot and read it. And then I'm going to read it to you. It says, Dear you, oh my, things are stirred up and change is upon you. This is cause for celebration. No need to be nervous, but know that it's okay to be afraid when faced with the uncertainties of life. The funny thing is that courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear. Rather, in spite of it, or even because of it. Step into the unknown now. Let go of the branch you are clinging to, and let Spirit take the wheel and help steer you to your highest good and most wonderful adventure. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. And I just want to stop real quick. I wasn't going to acknowledge it, but I feel like I should, is I just saw a blue light in front of me on the here. And someone is just saying that's me. So maybe you see a blue light when you know a loved one is close. And they just want you to know they're there. Anyway, I'm going to go back. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember what philosopher Joseph Campbell said, take one step toward the gods, and they will take 10 toward you. We're all doing the destiny cha-cha on your behalf. That's right, don't be afraid to dance. Loving you always. Wow, wow, wow. Like, the synchronicities here are just, I don't know. I mean, I do this all the time, and it still shocks me when a reading just comes together so succinctly. The same messages I kept getting all along are just tied together in a bow at the end. It's scary. This change, it feels weird. It feels uncomfortable. Do it anyway. Stay on course. Stay on path. Because they're taking care of things in the background. And everything's going to be okay. No, everything's going to be great. So great. They just showed somebody, like, there's a rainbow, like the gold under the rainbow, but they just showed somebody with like handfuls of gold, like gold coins, and just throwing them up in the air. So there's abundance for you. There is happiness. There is joy. There is so many good things. There are so many good things just right around the corner for you. Right on the other side of the curtain is what they're saying. So just hang on. All right, y'all. I hope you got the messages you needed with this reading. I will do more of these because I think it's important that we hear from our loved ones on the other side as much as we can. And if I can be a part of that journey, I am grateful to be. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Feel free to drop a line down in the comments. Like the video if it resonated with you. It just helps more people see my channel and be able to watch my videos. And thank you so much for being here. All right. Bye-bye, y'all.